And welcome to Sports Talk on another beautiful Tuesday evening. I got the fellas with me tonight, and we are going to have a great time. And we are live on WJRG Television Network, part of the KMI, Kingdom Media International. I have in the studio my good friend, Big John for Big John Production. What's up, my brother?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing
Everything's good in the hood.
We got the legend on all the way on the other end from me, Bruce Austin. What's up, legend?
Everything's beautiful, brother.
I know it is. All the way from Jacksonville, Florida, my one and only brother, Henry Green. How you doing, bro?
I'm good. How's everybody this evening?
Great. All the way in Maryland. What's up, Larry? My brother-in-law, Frederick, Maryland. What's up, Larry?
Put on your seatbelts. We still doing the three-peat.
That ain't no box of tissue.
Oh, man.
They don't need no tissues.
Oh, no, we got one of the greatest pastors in the world, Pastor Walter T. Pastor Leo. What's up, Pastor? God bless you.
God bless you. How's everyone this evening? Hey, Bruce, you ain't in there deuce in the quarter, bro. You got to lean this way so we can see you.
He's trying to hide. Dallas did so bad.
Right, we got it.
Sometimes I get flashbacks, man.
Yeah, right.
And also, every moment move. Kendall Tyson, he's going to be on shortly. He's just getting off work. I told him to come on in. We got to have fun tonight. But we're going to get started. I know an hour go by fast, and I want to get this thing going. Henry, your first topic up here is about Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, man. How many you guys, everybody watched the fight?
Yeah.
Everybody watched it? You didn't watch
No.
the best? So let me start with Henry first. Henry, what you think about Mike's performance? And my other question, do you think Jake Paul could have knocked him out and took it easy on Mike? What you think?
Well, after round two, Mike Tyson was done. You can see, at being at 58 years old, he's 58, I think.
58,
So
yeah.
he was done. Jake Paul probably could have if he really just wanted to attack him, but then he didn't. But Mike was done. You can see it. After round two, he could just pull up a bed, just lay down, and went to sleep because he was done.
He was done. Larry, give me your thoughts. You see the fight?
Yes, I seen the fight. And even before the fight, even when they were doing the weigh-in, Mike Tyson's an old man. Even the punches he was throwing,
Yes.
he ain't have the energy. He ain't had the stamina. He could have took Mike out at any time.
That's what I'm saying.
And he let him hang around just for the simple fact that it was all about money. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to give the audience something to watch.
And
if he would have took him out like he should have and embarrassed Mike, he wouldn't get nobody else to ring with him.
But he did it out of respect.
He let Mike hang around.
Yeah, he did it out of respect, Larry. Because Mike packed that place up. Yeah, that stadium was packed. Well, Pastor, you didn't see the fight you said?
No, but the Bible says a good name is better than gold, and he lost his name. Mike Pike, he just sold his soul for $20 million. But
you think so?
Yeah,
but 23 million.
No, he can't. You can't. You ain't gonna show. He ain't gonna be at the fight. And you gonna say the baddest man on the planet no more. You gonna say, wow, he got beat by Jake Paul. Yeah, he lost his name.
Like beating the guy in the wheelchair.
Yeah, he was in a wheelchair. He passed the wheelchair.
It was worse than Ali when he fought Larry Holmes. At least they were two boxers.
That was different.
That was way different. I mean, nobody gonna look down on Mike for that.
You don't think so? I am.
No. If they was expecting him to win, it'd be different. Mike would walk around look like he had Alzheimer's, man.
Yeah.
He would act like that before the fight. You can't remember.
Even before the fight started.
Yeah, he showed it behind. I mean, he showed it behind up there too.
Walk around with a thong on. I
don't
even think it was a thong. It looked like all of us.
What's it? I said, what's going to happen, Mike? Then he had a knee wrap on his.
He had a brace on.
That
was terrible. Y'all probably didn't see, but earlier they showed that Mike Tyson did have trouble with his knee back in June, and he said he still fought. And I can't remember the details now, but I'm sure it's online. You can find it. The fight was set up. Well, Tyson couldn't do certain things to Jake Paul.
Oh, okay.
The fight was set up that way.
So he couldn't knock him out either?
No, the fight was totally fixed.
So neither one are going to knock each other out
then? Right. But no, there wasn't going to be no knockout. They did. I got exactly what I expected to get.
Exactly.
So I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah.
And they hugged each other. It was still time on the clock. They wasn't throwing punches.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking 2-minute rounds, 8 rounds. That's set up for a 58-year-old guy. That's set up for a 58-year-old guy. And he still couldn't hang too good.
But why did he fight him so late, too? I mean, he had all the other preliminary fights.
If it was something like if Tyson had to knock Jake out in the first round or something, it wasn't going to be, see, the money went for every round. So it would have only been a little small purse. That's how they set it up. So that Tyson was only concerned about going to 8. That's how he got his full amount of money. If he had to knock Jake out, he wouldn't have got it.
Only thing
they were talking about how the contract went. That was how the contract went per round.
I hear you.
But he couldn't knock him out at all.
No, he couldn't. But they didn't take no chance. They also set it up in the contract that way.
Yeah.
I was watching TV today and they was talking about it. It was set up that way.
It might have been set up that way, Tom, but by round 2, Mike Tyson was worn out anyway. He was tired.
He was. We saw his legs buckling and everything. But at the end of the fight, it was pretty set up when Jay got talking about, well, I love Mike kids. I love his whole family. Mike is he's still a GOAT. And you saw when he bowed down to him.
Yeah, he bowed down before.
Yeah, he a GOAT. A Billy GOAT.
Hey, Pastor, you might be right. He might have sold his soul for $20 million, but they asked him what he do again. He said maybe.
He got that $23 million though.
Do it, wait, because he was there too. They showed him in the dressing room.
Yeah, Holyfield was trying to dog him.
Well, I'm saying Holyfield might do for $20 million too now. I mean, if he get a chance to get that kind of money. All right, let me move on.
They had I think it was Muhammad Ali's grandson.
Really? Okay.
He said, look, if you wanna put something out there, schedule a fight with me.
Right. Wow. That was a big topic today. Jake Paul haven't really fought no real competition. You know what I mean? So he's knowing how to work his way around. But see, internet sensation. People just paying to see him no matter what he do.
So Bruce, what is his grandson? Is he heavyweight too?
No, but when
he do fight though.
None of those fights are sanctioned.
Okay, right.
So they all entertainment. So it don't matter what way.
Right.
But he knocked out Nate Robinson, so that it matters something.
I'd rather see him fight Layla Ali.
Yeah.
She probably would have knocked him out though.
That's what I'm saying. At least a fighter.
Yeah.
I think Mike was tired from walking from the dressing room to the ring.
He looked like an old man though. He walked.
He did.
They showed
him before the fight.
Yeah, they showed him something a few times, and he swung wild when he first got in. So he was trying to show something, but I don't even know if it lasts 2 rounds, Henry.
That must have been AI when they were showing him warming up.
I don't even know. They showed him throw a couple wild swings out there. I think that might have been the first round.
I got to get to this now. Football. Larry, is coming to you. Buffalo Bills, you guys said you were down before we came on the air. That's not a big thing. It don't mean nothing. But Buffalo did beat Kansas City and gave them their first loss of the season. And you did say Friday night that you picked Josh Allen to be your number 2 quarterback, right? The best, the number 2 in the league. Were you impressed with Buffalo at all, though? Even though that was Kansas City's first loss, were you impressed with Buffalo at all? Can they do it again?
Talking to me?
Talking to you, yeah.
They can't. It's impossible for them to do it again. Josh Allen, the game was that close. He barely got out of there for that last run. Okay. I think Cooper surprised me. He is making some key catches going down the line, and I think they underestimated him a little bit. And but other than that, Josh Allen does what he normally does, And I think during the playoffs, they're gonna play a little bit differently, and there's no way they can duplicate that.
No way.
Not this year.
Come on, man. You're a good supporter. I tell you that.
Now, it's not about support. It's about.
I just want to ask you why did
never beat KC in the playoffs?
He said, "Why did Cooper surprise you?"
Why did Cooper surprise you?
Cooper, because, for example, when he broke open and started making those catches, beat the defensive back, they ain't gonna do that next time.
Yeah, but how can you say that?
How can I say that?
According to you, and we'd asked you that before the game.
Because that's one thing they never didn't have before. That's one thing that they may overlooked a little bit, but
we understand that. I want to know, by Cooper doing that his whole career, why did he surprise you by doing it against KC?
And that's what they picked him up for, Larry.
Well, I'm surprised because KC got good defensive backs, and they normally shut that down.
No, they don't.
Hey, let me go, my brother. I go pass the ball. Henry, did you watch the game? Was you surprised about?
Yes, I did. I watched. No, I wasn't surprised. They were playing in Buffalo. Buffalo played good. Kansas City, they've been winning, but like we were often saying, they just been barely just winning. And Patrick Mahomes hasn't really played good this year so far. But as far as what Buffalo does probably now, the whole thing is, can anybody stop Kansas City in the playoffs? That's going to be a whole thing right now.
We're going to find that out. Go ahead, Pastor.
Right, that's going to be.
Thank you.
But as far as I'm not surprised that Buffalo beat them. No, and Cooper, man, I still wish he was with the Cowboys. But it's just I wasn't surprised. Josh Allen. They always beat the regular season anyway.
Can't hear on that end.
Eddie, go ahead, Pastor.
No, I'm not. Well, I told you Tuesday that they were going to beat the Kansas City was going to lose. Tuesday, I said that's going to be their first loss. Not surprised. Josh Allen, the best quarterback in the NFL right now, playing the best quarterback. He went up against Patrick Mahomes and beat him at his game. He ran the ball right down their throat for the winning touchdown. They couldn't stop him. They was getting out the way. He was finding every time they got him in 3rd and long, he hit the pass. I mean, they 3rd and 8, he throwing for 20 yards. They couldn't stop him. Kansas City's secondary stink.
Why did they go for 4th down?
Their secondary still stink.
Why did they go for 4th down if they had him?
Their secondary stink. And what happened?
That's the question.
What happened? He ran the ball right down their throat and then flexed on them in the end zone.
If they would get right down their throat,
right down their throat. Listen, he beat Patrick Mahomes at his game. And what they did, the Kansas City if they got them, like Larry Bird, Jerry, if you coming down in the 4th quarter, you better be up by more than 3. That's Kansas City. If they was up by 5 or even 8, but they were up by 10. So they had to get 2 scores in the last 2 minutes. They was done. That's why he ran the ball for 4th down, because he's like, no, if we kick this field goal, we gonna get the ball back to Patrick Mahomes and he gonna come down. So they ain't there's only 2 people in the NFL that ain't scared of Patrick Mahomes. That's Joe Burrow and Josh Allen. Everybody else is hoping they can win. Them 2 know they can win.
So Pastor, before I bring in the studio, can they duplicate that in the playoffs? Buffalo?
That's the thing. I can't say that because they haven't done it.
Okay,
Josh Allen has beat him 3 times in the regular season.
That was a big win for them to go forward. They know they can beat them. Because they beat them in the past before, not just when they counted. Let me go with Bruce. Go ahead, Bruce.
Yeah, I think
that's Bob. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that was a great. They got good wins and good losses.
Okay.
I think that was a great loss for Kansas City.
Okay.
Because now you know how much stuff they don't have to worry about here and now about
undefeated.
Perfect season.
Yeah, know that, right?
Now they can go in and concentrate on the issue at hand, of which is winning Super Bowl. If I'm not mistaken, Josh Allen was 3-1 against Patrick Mahomes in the regular.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
right,
so
that's what I'm saying.
Think about whether he could beat him or not.
Okay.
The main thing
you got to beat him when it counts.
You got to beat him when it counts.
But that's coming up though. Man,
it's always
it's always you can't worry about this.
One time it was 0-0.
Right.
Then it was 1-1, then 2-1, then 3-1. So he done did all of this before.
Okay.
But he never beat him in the playoffs.
Okay.
It's came up before.
But that's
3-1.
That's why I couldn't answer that.
I know
that's why I couldn't answer that when Jerry said. I said, well, he hasn't done it yet. He always beat him in the regular season. He couldn't beat him when it counted.
The thing about Buffalo, I used to follow them in the past. They was always a great offensive team. You know what I mean? They always would make it just to that point, and they would lose. I used to be betting on Buffalo too. I was like, yeah, Buffalo gonna do it this year. Buffalo gonna do it this year. and I think I learned my lesson. Buffalo is not going to do it this year. It was a nice win. It made them feel good, but in the end, the Chiefs is a better team. We're going to beat them if they meet in the playoffs, no doubt about it, in my mind.
They're not a better team, Don. Yeah, yo, you looking at it wrong, bro.
It's not playing like a better team right now.
Listen to me, Donald.
Playing that way right now.
Listen to me, Donald.
Mahomes threw an interception on his first drive.
They are better.
Yeah, because he's trying to do too much. Listen to me. But Buffalo, they got rid of all their key players. They got rid of Diggs. They got rid of their defensive back, Boyer, and all that. And they said, okay, Josh Allen, we're paying you all the money. You the man. And look at their record. I mean, Buffalo should be like 6-4. And everybody was like, oh, well, they ain't got nobody. They 8-2.
That's what the guy said from the beginning, right? That's what they said.
9-2.
9-2.
9-2.
They got rid of all their players. I mean, who he throwing the ball to? He throwing the ball to. They got Cooper. That's what they had to do. They had to get a number one receiver. They didn't have one when they got rid of Diggs. But the rest of them guys, who they throwing the ball to? Kansas City shut down their running game. They had like 22 carries for like 13 yards. So that was all Josh Allen.
All right. Okay.
Hey, I just want to say this though. Kansas City got two key guys be coming back by the time the playoffs are on the offense. Got the wide receiver Rice and Pacheco. So them two, that's going to help Kansas City. So it'd be interesting.
Rice was out the rest of the year.
Is it Rice out the rest of the year?
I thought they said Rice was out for the rest of the year.
Oh, he couldn't. I thought he might be coming back for the playoffs. He's right, Bruce. They
were just talking about how much they miss him because he's that deep threat. You know, he's the deep threat. Rice is that, he was their leading receiver before he went out, before he got hurt. And he just bumped into Patrick Mahomes.
You know what, though? Karma got a way of handling everything because a lot of people thought Rice shouldn't even have been able to play because of the accident.
Yeah,
they let him play anyway, and Karma took him right out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that's why they drafted Worthy.
Right.
Because they thought Rice wasn't going to be able to play, so they drafted Worthy.
Okay. Oh, we got Bob on the line. Bob, you there? Is that Bob?
I'm right here, Jerry. How are you guys doing tonight?
What's happening, brother?
Can you ask Bob?
Yeah.
Bob, go ahead, Bob.
I hope everybody can hear me because I have a lot of sports actually to talk about tonight.
Not a whole lot, but go ahead.
Well,
it ain't that much happening, Bob.
We're going to actually start right here in Connecticut, where UConn women's basketball coach Gino Auriemma should become the all-time winningest coach tomorrow night. Gino got 1,216th win Friday night when the Lady Huskies beat North Carolina. That win tied Auriemma with longtime Stanford coach Tara Vanderveer. Now, 60 former players are expected to be on hand for the game against Fairleigh Dickinson. UConn men basketball, they're ranked number 2. They take on East Texas A&M tonight. The game on FS1, starting at 7. It's in stores. They're 3-0. By the way, Kansas is the number 1 men's team. On to the NBA. Oh my goodness, isn't this a surprise? 15-0 Cleveland Cavaliers take on the Celtics in Boston tonight. However, Boston is the favorite. Cleveland rested Donovan Mitchell on Sunday night in their win against the Hornets. And the Hornets' LaMelo Ball was fined $10,000 for using an anti-gay term. The Timberwolves' Anthony Edwards, he was fined $35,000 for making an obscene gesture during his team's win over the Kings Friday night. And it was too bad because Sacramento's De'Aaron Fox, he had 60 points in that game.
Yeah, but he lost.
Right, that's what I was saying. The Spurs' Victor Wembanyama, the youngest ever NBA center to record 50 points in a win over the Wizards last week. The Bucks, Giannis Antetokounmpo had 59 against the Pistons in overtime last Wednesday. The Nuggets, Nikolai Jokic, he missed Denver's loss in that, that trophy game for personal reasons against the Pelicans. The Clippers, James Harden, is in second place, passing Ray Allen on the NBA's all-time three-point list. Most forward, sad news here. Bob Lovis died at 81 after battling cancer.
But a bean
memorial service at a later date. On to the NFL. The Texans, I don't know if you guys talked about this, they beat the Cowboys last night.
Nothing to talk about.
Not only did the Cowboys lose, but pieces of AT&T Stadium fell from the rafters. However, no one was hurt. That's the good news.
That was Jimmy Johnson up there throwing stuff.
Yeah. Now, let's go to my Giants now. Quarterback Daniel Jones probably is taking his last snap with the team a couple of weeks ago. He's not going to play this week. The team will turn to Tommy DeVito on Sunday against the Buccaneers. The Giants are 3-7. They're just as bad as the Cowboys. Patriots wide receiver Tyquan Thornton was waived after 3 seasons with the team. Now get this, the Seahawks center Connor Williams is retiring from the NFL at age 27. The Chiefs, who lost their first game, I heard you talking about that, of the season against the Bills, have placed kicker Harrison Butker on the IR with an injured knee. Jets left tackle Tyron Smith is on injured reserve with a neck injury. Today, the Jets fired their general manager, Joe Douglas. UMass and Temple also fired their head football coaches. This Saturday, a couple of good football games on the college front. UConn takes on Syracuse. Both are 7-3. Also, Yale and Harvard in the game in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Hillhouse and Cross both lost Friday night. On to baseball, Ichiro Suzuki and CC Sabathia are among 14 new candidates, also including my man from the Red Sox, Dustin Petey Pedroia. They're on that Hall of Fame ballot this year. The Pirates, Paul Skinner, and Yankees, Luis Gile are rookies of the year. Juan Soto is the most sought player in the offseason. He met with the Mets today. USC star Juju Watkins breaks Caitlin Clark's college basketball record to reach 1,000 points in 38 games. She's only a sophomore. Providence College will honor Billy Donovan along with 2 others on Valentine's Day. They'll join Bruce Soup Campbell, the late Bruce Campbell from New Haven, and Ernie DiGregorio. On the ice in the NHL, Islanders, Flames, Rangers, Canucks. I don't know if you guys talked about the fight between Jake Paul and
we talked about
Tyson,
that.
but I thought it was horrible. The women's fight before that was pretty good. And one last note, Jerry Green's Christmas toy drive coming up next month, Saturday, December 21st, 6 p.m. at Music Back Then Studio, Bullhill Lane in West Haven, Connecticut. Help donate a new or used toy. And then there's a gospel show to come on down for that. Tickets are $20 in advance, $25 at the door. And for more info, you can call 203-875-0520. And that's all the sports I got to you, Jerry.
All right, Bob.
All right, Bob.
We appreciate the plug as well for the Christmas drive. Appreciate it. All right, Bob. Thank you. All right. This is a sports talk on the WJRG television network. Tonight, I know these guys are ready to go. I can look at you guys' faces. I'm Dr. Jerry Green, along with Big Don from Big Don Production, the legend Bruce Austin, one of the greatest pastors, Walter Teague, Bishop Ernest Richard, Power to Stand Outreach Ministries in Maryland, my brother Henry Green, my one and only brother in Jacksonville, and my brother-in-law Larry Pearson in Maryland. So you guys doing great. Bishop, welcome, bro.
Bless you. Good evening. Hey, Larry. Anyway, go ahead.
I know, get out Larry in a few minutes, but listen, Pittsburgh Steelers, man. What's the deal on the Steelers, man? They beat the Baltimore Ravens. Let's talk about that. I'll get back to Kansas City in a little while. Let's talk about the Steelers, man. What are the chances, Bishop?
I'm going to put it to you like this. If they keep doing what they're doing, you can expect them to be in the playoffs. I don't know what's going on with the Ravens, man. How are you going to have a decent running game, a good passing game? And I guess it's the story of a lot of teams. That secondary, man, extremely suspect because, I mean, Wilson was throwing the ball everywhere. And even when they brought Fields in on a couple of plays, man, it seemed like they were disoriented. They got about what? We got 6 games left. Pull it together. Wherever you are, be more. Pull it together. Lamar, talk to your team.
Bad coaching. I think Henry only had what, 13 carries?
He only had 13 carries. They talked
about that.
That ain't good. I told you.
And he didn't have that many yards on 13 carries, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. Let me go past the wall, then I'll go with Larry. Go ahead, Pastor.
Yeah, Pittsburgh looks good, man. Their defense, they're playing Pittsburgh football, man. They don't care. They got a smart coach, man. He get down there, he ain't trying to outsmart himself. If he down there and they can get a field goal, he kick the field goal. These other fools, they want to go for 4th and 3, 4th and 2. Mike Tomlin kick the field goal. They win the game. I just saw I heard this. They said of the record of the teams without winning a game, without a touchdown, I think Pittsburgh's 8-2, and the rest of the league is something like crazy number like 2 and 30 something. I mean, he get 3 points, he kicked the field goal, man. And if they miss it, he turn it over. They got a great defense. He said, Russ, don't mess it up. Every once in a while, throw the bomb, and we gonna play smash mouth, steal a football, and he doing it.
All right.
And it's working.
Go ahead, Larry.
It's working.
Yeah, right.
The Steelers, man.
The Ravens beat themselves because even though the Steelers played great defense, the Ravens could have played smash mouth football. And even on the last play of the game, when what's them try to run it, what's them was even in the game to run the ball. Got to at least put it
even in the game.
That threat, you know.
Yeah, that's
they
terrible.
missed field goals. The coach just was outsmarted that game, and I think the Ravens should have had him.
Okay, go ahead, Henry, because they can't keep going on like that, losing like that. Go ahead, my brother. Pittsburgh Steelers.
The Steelers' defense is really good. Opening drive, it caused Derrick Henry to fumble. You know, it's like their defense is really, really good. And like Pastor Walter was saying, my man just kicks the field goals if you have to. And Wilson didn't turn the ball over, but the Ravens, now Lamar Jackson, from what I understand, I don't think he has beaten the Pittsburgh, or he might have beaten one. No. He got a losing record against Pittsburgh.
It's 5-1. 5-1.
Yeah.
He lost 5.
I don't know why that is, but that might be he might be his kryptonite, where like he can't be Superman against them. I don't know what it is, but he's like 1-5 against the Steelers. And so the way it's looking, they in the same division, they might have to wind up play each other in the playoffs. So Lamar Jackson is going to have to figure that out on why he can't beat the Steelers.
Well, the Steelers are looking great this year. This is the best I've seen them in a while. They're really playing good ball, but I'm more concerned about B-more beating themselves. Like I have to. Pastor Wall had to point out to me one time about coaching because I'm always talking about the players. But this time, even I can see coaching. Okay. You know what I mean? That was lousy coaching, man. How you gonna have a man, your best running back, and you only let him have the ball 13 times? Even I can see that. You got a monster that can run over everybody out there, and you don't give him the ball. I'm wondering if there's something going on behind the scene. Is he hurt or something?
No, he ain't hurt.
Especially on the last play of the game.
I just can't understand.
I don't even think he ran the ball in the fourth quarter. I don't think he ran the ball at all in the fourth quarter.
Right. He should never have no less than 20 carries a game.
Yeah, and so I mean, as a general manager, I started looking at my coach about now.
Yeah.
But you don't think Bruce get tired or something? Maybe he get tired.
No. See what they did about Anthony, right?
Okay.
With the Colts, he ain't got no business getting tired.
Okay. No, he don't seem to be his character. He's not the type that's going to get tired and complain. He's just going to keep running.
And he's
They was talking about that. They was talking about that on SportsCenter, where Ryan Clark said he worked out with him, in the offseason. He said he had to tap out. He said he's a different kind of human being. He don't get tired like that. He don't need no break.
All right. Kendall just joined us. Every moment move. We're talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I know. I mean, if you got the MVP of the National Football League and the best runner in the league losing to a field goal kicker. That's all I got to say.
That's the bottom line.
That's about it.
That's the bottom line.
Oh, man.
That didn't make sense.
Well, like I have to agree with Larry a little bit too. Baltimore, they beat themselves. Because like I said, if they put the running back in, Henry, then it was more so Baltimore than Pittsburgh.
They did the same thing last week. Remember I tell you last week they didn't run them.
Right.
They did the same thing.
Same thing.
They did the same thing in the AFC Championship Series last year with Baltimore and Kansas City.
Kansas City loves that. They love that.
They kept Jackson in the pocket and didn't let him do what he do.
That's right.
Which is running. They did the same thing in the championship.
Same thing.
Right, Andy,
same coach too, right?
Same coach.
Okay, I'll bring this up, Andy, because you have a question up here, and you guys go around the table on this one. I know we talked about it Friday a little bit. Which team do you guys feel is the best team in the NFC right now? The Lions, the Eagles, the Vikings, the Packers, the 49ers, the Cardinals, the Rams, or the Seahawks? Well, Larry, what team is the best team in the NFC?
And the NFC right now, there's no doubt it is Detroit Lions, and far from them is Philadelphia Eagles at number 2, but they're not close. But Detroit Lions.
They're not even close. All right, go ahead, Henry.
Yeah, Detroit looked the best, and then after that, I'm gonna say the Eagles in Minnesota.
Okay, go ahead, Bishop.
I'm going to disagree with them on the number 2 pick. Everybody is agreeing with Detroit. Minnesota's still in the number 2 spot. When you got the 3rd best defensive team in the game and you can manage to keep your offense and keep the team in general in a game, that goes a long way, because if you have one of those defensive struggles coming down the line, the next time they meet Detroit, pay attention to what I'm saying. Minnesota's at full strength now. Let's pay close attention. No excuses. Minnesota number 2, Eagles number 3, Packers number 4.
You still got the steam missing though.
Don't even worry about the steam. Just keep your eyes open and pay close attention, because when the smoke clears, whether I'm up or I'm down, I'm gonna be a Vikings fan. But I'm gonna say now, I told you so. That's all I'm gonna say.
We're gonna wait. Pastor, who's the best team in the NFC right now? Pastor Harris.
Is he frozen?
He's froze.
I think he's frozen.
Look like he's frozen.
They're
Looks like he's frozen.
Either that or he's in prayer.
Because you ain't see him moving. Yeah, he's frozen.
I mean, Detroit is scoring 40 and 50 points a game against NFL competition. They're outscoring everybody. They seem to be the best team in the NFC. They seem to be the feel-good story. Like you said, Philadelphia and Minnesota are, right there behind them. But right now, it looks like Detroit.
Detroit, okay. But is it close? Philly and Detroit?
No one's close to them right now. But like you said, you got to wait and see. You got to see Minnesota full strength. And plus, Philadelphia is feeling it. You know what I mean? Pretty much, Saquon Barkley is letting people know that Derrick Henry is not the only other running back in the NFL.
All right, go ahead, a legend.
Let me tell y'all who coming out the NFC.
Go ahead.
Dallas?
Philly. It's going to be Philly. Philly is ready now. They've been going all season, touch and go players. They out, they in, they out. Everybody back. I'm picking Philly to come out of the NFC this year over Detroit and possibly win the Super Bowl.
Ooh.
Woo!
But the home field don't mean nothing to you? You don't think in the playoffs?
Mahomes proves.
I'm not talking about Mahomes now.
Let me finish. Let me see what I'm.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Mahomes put that home field stuff to rest last year. Period. He put it to rest. Okay. We was up here saying the same thing that, well, Mahomes don't have home field. What did he do? He went right through it, flying colors.
Okay.
So forget about home field. Philly, if you're watching these games, Philly is just as good as Detroit right now.
Okay.
And that's the time they're supposed to be playing good.
Right.
They're doing just the opposite of what they did last year. Last year they start out 10-1 in the flop. This year they start out kind of shaky. Now they're ready. Okay. If you watch Philly game, they're ready.
Okay.
Jay, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but we don't see you.
I can't see you either. It's black, but I can see everybody else. But Bruce, you daydreaming, bro. Did you just see Detroit just put up 52 back-to-back game? How you say Philly?
They play.
How you say Philly is playing better than Detroit?
Who did Detroit play?
Yeah, you got to look at that.
This week. They played Green Bay the week before.
No, I'm talking about who did they play this past week where they put up 50 points?
The Jaguars.
All right, then. Defense rest.
The Jag
Who did they play? Who did they play the week before that when they put up 50?
Carolina.
Green Bay. Listen.
Carolina.
They couldn't.
That's this week, Bruce.
Hill House, man. They still pros.
And listen. You watch what I tell you, brother.
I'm listening.
Philly is ready.
Philly's the number 2 team
Brown
right
is
there,
back.
but
Got a couple of games under his belt. They're back now. The defense playing good. Barkley showing off. I'm going with Philly.
Barkley's tough, man. But you better look at Detroit, man. I mean, they got weapons everywhere. They got weapons everywhere. I don't know where the picture went out, Jerry.
Huh?
Oh yeah, I don't know why the video. I can't see it. I can hear you guys and see you.
Yeah, we can hear you, Wolf. We can't see you.
Yeah, I can see you guys.
That's because they know you're not talking right.
Why don't you go to Internet Explorer?
Listen, but Pastor, I can't see your face. I'm going to go to basketball for a minute. You had a question up here. I want these guys to answer. That you added to the topics. Does Pat Riley deserve a statue for the Lakers? Right? You're talking about for the Lakers, right?
Right.
Yeah.
No, he don't deserve now.
Hold on, man. Hold up.
Yes, he does.
Pastor, talking about for the Lakers?
What do he do to deserve one for the Lakers?
Yeah, for the Lakers.
Showtime.
You don't remember Showtime, Bruce?
Huh?
You don't remember Showtime?
He was the coach.
But
yeah, he was the coach.
He was Showtime.
I'm a little.
Hold on. I got three. Hold on.
I'm a little biased because of the bad job he did with the Knicks. You're right. You're right, by Elliot, but I'm a little biased for the bad job he did with the Knicks. I wouldn't give him a statue nowhere. I put a statue in front of the house for John Starks.
Hey, Bruce, that wasn't his fault. That was Michael Jordan's fault.
That was his fault.
Michael Jordan's fault. He couldn't get by Michael Jordan.
They didn't play Michael Jordan. They got beat by Houston that game. Right.
Oh,
he went 2 for 19.
John Stark. Yeah,
he
wasn't out there shooting. That was John Stark. John
if he won't out there shooting, I didn't give him a statue for anything. It was Magic. It was Magic during the Showtime. So why give him a statue for what Magic did if you're not going to give him the credit for what John Stark didn't do? See, he had Hubert Davis and Rolando Blackman on the bench.
Yep.
And let John Stark go 2 for 18. That's on the coach. Anyway.
But he deserves one for the Lakers, though, dog?
Yeah, no.
Yes, he does.
Like I said, he deserved one because of Showtime. But I'm saying.
No, he called himself teaching Rolando Blackman a lesson. Keeping him on the bench in that game.
Go ahead, Bishop.
I'm just saying, Pat Riley will call himself teaching Rolando Blackman a lesson in that game. Supposedly, that ain't the time to teach a lesson if you're trying to win a championship. But anyway, I mean, John Starks couldn't hit himself that day, but that's not what we want to talk about. Does he deserve a statue in L.A.? I say no. Maybe in Miami, but not necessarily in L.A. I mean, he needs an honorable mention in L.A. because, I mean, he was a basic team player and kind of did his.
No, we're talking about as a coach.
How many championships he got in L.A.?
He got 4.
We're talking about as a coach.
I'm talking as a coach, yeah.
Yeah, but to be honest,
but as a player, nah.
I got one.
They give a statue as a coach.
Have a statue? I've never seen one.
I never seen one.
But then he doesn't deserve one either. He don't deserve one either.
To be the first coach to get a statue.
He don't deserve one either.
Stan Van Gundy was their first championship coach, I think. Was Miami's first championship coach, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah, but it was Pat Riley. He was the Miami coach. That won the championship.
I don't see him getting a trophy in LA. I don't see it.
Don't leave that part out. He stole that from Jeff Van Gundy.
But I'm going to say this. As being a coach, Phil Jackson was also a coach in LA. Yeah. I think he got 5 championships in LA. So I don't know if Phil Jackson has a statue.
That's what I said.
He don't need one in LA. He need one.
I think he got 5. No, I'm just saying. All I'm saying, we're talking about a coach getting a statue. All I'm saying is Phil Jackson doesn't have one. I'm not sure if he has one or not.
Nope. Neither does Popovich.
And Phil was Jeannie Buck's boyfriend one time. So,
yes, he was.
So I don't know if he doesn't have a trophy, and I think Pat Riley got 4 championships in LA.
Yeah,
and Phil got 5 with LA.
Phil got 5.
Well, how you can even mention Pat Riley?
I'm going to say you can't even have that conversation.
Well, it's not an option. They're giving them one. That's where I got it from. I just read it. They are giving him a statue in L.A. Yeah.
Why over Phil?
Yeah, because that's true.
Listen, me and Jerry used to have this argument.
After ex-boyfriend.
I should get a statue in radio since they're giving out statues.
Listen,
maybe because Pat Riley played with LA too.
Yes.
Yeah,
if they just giving away statues like that, I should get one for radio. Come on, where you guys at? Tell them bring the money.
He was like Phil Jackson with the Knicks, right? When he played, I mean, he wasn't no star, but he played Jerry West, Gil Goodrich.
Yep,
was a star.
Yep.
I remember Pat Riley, to be honest. You know, when he played with the Lakers.
At least we remember Phil Jackson with the Knicks.
Jerry West was a star.
Riley could ever be for a championship.
So was Goodrich, if you're gonna mention them.
But he did it as a player and a coach, so you got to give it to him.
Yeah, well,
I would give him no statue
before he's ever even considered for a championship. I mean, for a statue. Phil Jackson needs to have a statue. You could have one in Chicago. He got 6 there and 5 in LA.
That's right.
So we got Phil Jackson having one. Red Auerbach doesn't have one in Boston.
And he's got
and then we got Popovich. He's got 5 in San Antonio. So now he doesn't have more than any of them. So he should be the 4th coach considered for a statue.
Yeah, but know what this gonna do? This gonna kickstart that because like y'all was saying earlier, there's no coach that ever got a statue.
Yeah.
So they this thing off.
But Jerry was one of the most popular players that ever played for Los Angeles.
Who?
Jerry West.
Jerry
Well,
West.
listen, except for the Nike logo, Jerry West logo's been standing all these years. That NBA logo we see, the ball player, ain't that Jerry West?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, enough said.
I guess
he's probably one of the greatest general managers also too.
Yeah, Jerry West for sure.
But I just can't see how coaches, give a coach a statue. I can't see that.
Yeah, but this gonna be the start of it. If they do decide to get Pat Riley, you'll see one in Boston.
You ain't playing though. You're not there playing. You're just coaching.
But they claim a lot of coaches go to the Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah, well,
yes,
as coaches.
Yeah, I can see them go to the Hall of Fame.
Why not get the same? They go to the Hall of Fame because they consider great coaches. They go because they consider great coaches.
I understand.
So if you're a great coach for this organization, why not put the coach between his players?
Because he was,
you know what I mean?
They get that standard as a great coach, but they really had great players that a whole lot of other coaches could have done the same thing.
Yeah, but look how many teams got great players and they said the coach holding them back.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So it go both ways.
We just said that about Baltimore.
Exactly.
And then you got to look at it, Bruce. How many coaches have had great players or 1 or 2 great players and still managed to look good? Tyronn Lue is a perfect example. He had LeBron, he had Kyrie, and he had who's the kid in the middle, the cleanup guy. I can't think of his name right now.
Tristan Thompson.
That's who. Yeah, exactly. Is it Tristan? Yeah. I know you're talking about, but
Kevin Love.
Tristan was good for 1 or 2 years.
Outside of Cleveland.
He was there for I think their one and only championship or something like that.
He was only good for about 2 years.
That's where he did his job.
Tyronn Lue of all people.
He got stepped over.
My point is, Don, think about what I just said. Tyronn Lue just managed the team. You bring him up because he was still the coach. No. Was he still the coach? Yes or no? Okay. So basically, he ends up with a championship because he had the best player at that time on his team, one of the best point guards on his team. And I call Thompson a cleanup guy because, he cleaned boards when he needed to. He did what he had to do. Tyronn Lue just had to manage, and that's exactly what he did.
So what did he deserve for that? How his name come up?
No, I just made mention. Listen to what I said. I'll say it one more time. I was mentioning coaches that had great players, but still all they did was just manage the team or keep the team in a position where they could win. That's all I was saying.
I say something. Now, to Kendall's point, if you're going to give Pat Riley one,
my connection.
one, gotta give Eric Spoelstra
Oh, this gonna jumpstart it.
They're gonna get Eric Spoelstra one. He went back to back.
This gonna
Yeah, you gotta get Eric Spoelstra one. That's true.
That's gonna be the start.
And then you gotta get Greg Popovich one.
Our back in Boston,
Our
we're gonna get one.
and Popovich.
This gonna jumpstart it because it's never been done before.
Does Bill Russell have a statue?
You know what I mean? Nah.
Well,
No.
Bill Russell might.
I have a question. We know that Bill Russell coached and won a championship as a player and a coach.
Right.
And also 11 championships as a player, 11 out of 13 seasons championships. So there's certain people that whenever you start talking statue, you got to go down the line. I mean,
start with Bill.
I'll be like this here.
Not really. Because if you're going to start with Boston, you got to start with Red Auerbach. He got, what, eight championships for Boston? Yeah. He was the coach, and then Bill Russell took over when he retired. Then he gave it to Bill Russell. Yeah, so he got more championships as the head coach than he coached in Boston. So
I agree, Henry.
And Bill gets something bigger than a statue. They're going to name a bridge after Bill Russell in Boston.
No, I know. We were just talking about coaching.
That's bigger than
yeah,
they're going to name a bridge.
Yeah, bridge ain't in Bill Russell. They need to fix it.
The statue.
Okay, well, he got a statue now. He got a statue. Right?
Yeah, well, he should.
They got a statue downtown Boston, they said.
Yeah, well, he should.
Yeah, but they're going to name a bridge after him.
Yeah, I saw that.
So that's even bigger as far as I'm concerned. That's the Bill Russell Bridge. Well, like having the airport named after you.
Right.
Then that's even bigger. Yeah. All right. So
there he is.
There you go.
So what the other question, Pastor Teague, was, I'm trying to get Pastor Walter Teague comments. Are the Baltimore Ravens and the 49ers Super Bowl hopes over? Go ahead, Bruce. Are the hopes over what?
Who?
The 49ers and the Ravens. Are their hopes over for the Super Bowl?
Definitely not the Ravens. After you said their championship is over.
That was his question.
Yeah, but they definitely not. Now, 49ers, different story. Okay. Cincinnati, different story.
What about you, Don? The Ravens and the 49ers?
I don't think the Ravens are over, but the 49ers, I think they're over.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
yeah.
I think the 49ers are done, especially with the way that you got Detroit playing, Minnesota playing, the way the NFC is, Philadelphia playing. I don't think they have a shot.
Okay. Pastor, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I think they're both done. The Ravens defense, I mean, you just don't see it. The Ravens defense is not good. Their their front four is good, but their secondary is horrible. Joe Burrow just passed for almost 500 yards on him. I mean, yeah, their secondary is horrible. I think they're done. I don't think they can beat. I don't think they can come out of the AFC.
Well, Bishop.
Well, primarily, I have to agree with Pastor T. And the only one that has any ray of hope at this present point in time probably would be the 49ers, because except for the NFC North and Philadelphia and possibly Washington, what else do you have left? What, Atlanta? Seriously? So I'll still give San Francisco a little bit of hope, but the Ravens, unless a miracle happens, I see them selling popcorn at the Super Bowl.
Right.
Then you leave your Minnesota out?
No.
Hey, you got to hold up just a minute, pump the brakes.
Right.
Because the Ravens are still in it, okay? Right. The Ravens sit down with their coach and get his mind turned around and start playing football like they're supposed to. They got the pieces to make a run.
But Larry, their defense is terrible.
You can never count San Francisco out, especially in the NFC. There's not that many strong teams in the NFC.
What did I just say?
The 49ers.
But what did I just say, Larry? What did I just say?
You said that,
San Francisco has an opportunity.
Can I finish?
Yes, sir.
Can I finish?
Go for it.
Okay. So you was right on part of that. That's great. But when you get back to the Ravens got a team that can compete in an NFC championship if they play the game the proper way. Because they run and stop all this passing and stuff, they can hold you down.
But what about the defense?
They can get a score enough points to keep the defense in the game.
All right, go ahead, my brother. Go ahead, bro.
Let's see.
Well, 49ers or Ravens? Which team?
For me, for the Ravens is going to be the matchups. Because right now, if they have to play Pittsburgh in the playoffs, or the Kansas City Chiefs in the first round or the second round, yeah, then the 49ers, I don't think they probably won't even make the playoffs the way they're going. But I don't know. I don't think either team got really a shot for the Super Bowl. That would be my take.
Wow. Okay. Baltimore Ravens. All right. Did that get you guys ready?
Yeah.
I got okay. All right. Well, to me, I mean, if I got to pick a team, I'll say the 49ers. I still think the Ravens can do it. But they gotta play for 4 quarters. They gotta play the whole game. They gotta play in the defense. To your point, Pastor Teague, they gotta step up. If we gotta step up, you gotta step up when it counts. So I think they're capable of doing it if they want it bad enough.
They got the pieces.
Like Larry said, they got the pieces.
They got the pieces.
And
they don't got to play.
It comes with leadership too. Lamar Jackson, he got to speak up, man. He got to be more aggressive with his team.
I think this is on the coach, man.
All right, both of them too. Because Tom Brady, he was the type of guy. The defense wasn't have much to do, right? I saw him over there scream at the defense sometimes.
Yeah, but everybody not that vocal.
Well, you got to be like that.
Yeah, but listen, the offensive coordinator called the plays.
Okay,
it's definitely on him. They got to find a way to get Henry to take that pressure off Lamar so he can pass the ball.
Right.
If they know that they don't have no running game, Lamar is gonna beat us like he's doing, running all game for his life.
Right.
They have to find a way to get this running game going to take the pressure off Lamar. That's why they
was calling the plays.
Hey, they've been trying to save Henry for the playoffs, but they need to play him now.
Right, they got to play him now.
Right,
working.
Kenny will say something.
Yeah, Lamar's got to learn audible. Offensive coordinator calls plays, but Tom Brady always looked at his wrist. Peyton Manning called his own plays. A lot of the championship players made adjustments at the line. Lamar Jackson doesn't seem to do that. He runs the play. He's a very talented person, but I think that I believe he has a very high football IQ, obviously. But like you said, plays that are called, I mean, he's going to come up there, and all of a sudden they call a play, and he's running it, and he got Derrick Henry in the back. Peyton Manning would make that adjustment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let me ask Pastor. Yes. Pastor and Larry, you guys play football. How many times does the offensive coach and the defensive coach go at it in the game? Where they actually go at it. I remember I watching only a movie, but Denzel, remember the Titans?
Yeah.
Where the two coaches going at it. Yeah. If your defense can stop somebody, we get the ball back more. I mean, how often did that happen in football?
Happens a lot. Well, it happens a lot, especially if you have it just happened where if you got an offensive minded head coach, even if he's not calling the plays, because even though what's the guy's name that came from Chicago now, who was the offensive coordinator with Kansas City?
I'm not sure.
I can't think of it. But Andy Reid calls the plays. That's why they kept saying what Bieniemy. That's why he couldn't get a head coach job. Even though he's the offensive coordinator, Andy Reid gives the final, okay, run that. So if they got a play call and the defense coordinators calling the play like a cover zero, like they just did in the Patriots against the Rams, and which go through the bomb to Cooper Kupp, they'll go at it. They're like, what are you doing? We don't want that call. We want you to run Derrick Henry. But that's up to the Harbaugh to go to his Munchkin, their coordinator, and say, look, you can't have, like you were saying, Lamar Jackson audible to Derrick Henry. He wasn't even on the field. He can't say, I'm going to run him. He's on the sideline. Yeah. It wasn't even an option.
Right.
They go at it a lot.
Let me let Larry say something first. I got a good question for you.
Let me ask one question first. Kansas City offense. You said it. Andy Reid was calling all the plays when Bieniemy was there, right?
Yeah.
When did their offense look better? When Bieniemy was there, or the way they look now?
Oh, when Bieniemy was there, definitely.
So that tells me something.
Well,
that Andy Reid was.
I disagree with that because you got to remember now, but you got to remember Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill was on their offense.
That's right.
He was a part of Kansas City.
Tyreek Hill was gone. They won one when Tyreek Hill left.
Yeah, but also though Kansas City, they got two key offensive guys that are out. and Travis Kelce ain't the same player.
The last 2 or 3 years, the last 2 or 3 years, all of us been saying that offense don't look that good.
But Bruce, you know the key? He just said, Travis Kelce is the key. Because before you had Tyreek Hill, you had all these guys outside, but they couldn't, double team everybody. So Travis Kelce, they was putting the cornerbacks on him because he was so good. Now they don't even have to do that no more. He's more a decoy. He's not the same guy that he was. Last year we were saying it was Taylor Swift, Don. No, he just ain't the same guy.
He's the same guy. You gotta get it correct, because when they go this 3-peat, they're gonna say the same thing, but they're gonna watch the double team Kelce every time.
Kelce had one catch.
He's a veteran that knows how to get open. Okay,
one catch.
He knows how to find the spots.
Larry, one catch for 8 yards against the Bills.
Okay.
I could have did that.
Okay. Since Chiefs, since Tyreek Hill left, their offense does not look the same. They're still winning. They're still winning, but they're not the offense is still not the same team.
Hey, if I could win 3 Super Bowls, who would care?
Absolutely. No,
Think
they reinvented themselves. That's the
is good, but he's still winning 3 Super Bowls.
You're not saying that.
It's not enough. It's just saying that their offense is not as explosive as it was without Tyreek Hill.
No, but they look good. After Tyreek Hill left, they still play good now.
But there wasn't.
Tyreek Hill wasn't there for neither one of these 3-peats, right?
That's right. Tyreek was with 1 Super Bowl.
No, he was there for the first Super Bowl.
First one, yes.
It's going for the 4th one.
No, he was there for the second one too. No, he wasn't there for the second one.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't there for the second or the third one.
But they didn't win the third one. He won these
two.
Won
the third one.
He won 2.
He got 3 Super Bowl wins.
Because Patrick Mahomes, how many Super Bowls he got?
3 Super Bowls already.
He got 3. But Tyreek Hill got 2 of them.
No, Tyreek Hill got 1.
He only got 1?
He got one with Kansas City. That's it.
The first one?
1.
They done won 2 since Tyreek Hill left.
2 since he left house.
Okay. But now, can we get back to the question? Because I heard you ask the question, Jerry. Do offensive coordinators? You said you asked the question: do offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators fight? You guys go back to I think it was '94 or something like that. Remember when Buddy Ryan punched Kevin Gilbride in the face on national TV?
Yes.
That told me right then and there that they always squabble. I shouldn't be laughing about that, but it was kind of funny.
That's a great point there.
I didn't know that one. Okay.
Even the offensive and defensive players go, they get frustrated. Especially if one man playing better than the other, they're gonna say, "Come on, man."
We can't keep the offense struggles, and then the defense calls a bonehead play that costs them the game or puts them in a bad situation where they could possibly lose the game. Well, I'm sure Brian Flores wants to tackle Kevin O'Connell every now and then for the stupid calls he makes.
All right, listen, it's almost 7 o'clock. I got a couple more topics that my brother wants. Go back to basketball real fast. I know you guys are football, man, and it's football season. Cleveland Cavaliers, 15-0. They got to play the Celtics tonight. Now we know Kansas City lost the Chiefs, and their winning streak was stopped. Larry, do you think Boston going to stop the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight and end their winning streak? What do you think, Larry?
Wow. They might stop them, but it's going to be a very close game because Cleveland is for real, and it's going to be one of them epic battles. It's going to go down to the wire.
Wow.
But Boston can do it, though.
And then that's going to be on TV, right? Henry, what you think, man?
Oh, man, that's going to be a tough one. Well, this is the tournament game. Okay. So Boston has to win in order to stay in the tournament, even though to them, for the final, I'm going to say that the Cavaliers are going to keep their streak going.
Okay, wow. Go ahead, Bishop. I'm past. Bishop, go ahead, Bishop.
I'm going to just be a bit optimistic. You know the old saying, what goes up eventually must come down. Time for Cleveland to get settled now. It's time for them to get settled right about now. Tonight might be the beginning.
Okay, that's gonna be a good one. All right, Pastor Walt.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Boston. I think this is just, even though to me Boston's more like with the Kansas City. They got their title last year, and they're kind of like, okay, we don't matter. Last year they was, young, they haven't won anything, so they was trying to win every game. Now they're like, okay, we done got our title. They got the same team coming back, but I think this is one of those statement games. Like, okay, Cleveland 15-0. I think they'll win. I think I'll go with Boston tonight.
What you think, Bruce?
I think Cleveland did a smart move. They kept Mitchell out this past game. Well, they said you got no excuse to come out here and get 40 on Boston. I'm going with Cleveland.
You going Cleveland tonight?
Yes, sir. The streak continues.
Where are they playing at?
Where they playing at?
It don't matter.
They're playing in Boston. I'm going in with Boston there.
Come on now.
Who you got, Kendall?
I just want to go with Cleveland and argue about McCormick. That's all. But I want Cleveland. I think, like you said, the Donovan sat out the Hornets game. They did what they had to do. They just scored 144 points in the game.
Wow.
And if you see the way they're playing, I mean, just wait till you watch them. I think this would be a really good game because this
great
is a really
test.
Great test. Team. I think this is the test for them. I'm going to go with Cleveland. But let's go back also with the defensive coordinators. That happens all the time. Buddy Ryan. How about 1985 when they won the Super Bowl? They put Mike Dick on his shoulders, and they said, wait a minute, hold on for a second. They put Buddy Ryan on his shoulders, you know what I mean? And walked off. He had a little situation. The greatest show on turf. Dick Vermeil was, pretty much focusing a lot on the defense. So he turned it over to Mike Martz. Mike Martz and Dick Vermeil were having a little tussle back and forth. So Dick Vermeil cried his way out and said, I'm done. And what happened? The offensive coordinator did not win it the next year because they lost to a defensive player, Bill Belichick. Tom Brady won the next thing. So they're always arguing offense and defense. I got boys that played football. All three of my boys. My oldest son played linebacker for West Haven all 4 years. My nephew raised in my house, he played quarterback. My youngest son played offense and defensive tackle. And I used to see it just all the time, how the offensive guys wanted the credit. Defensive guys will always say this one thing: defense wins championships.
That's what they say.
You never say offense wins championships. So offensive guys, they want to get all the credit and throw all the passes, but then the bottom line was defense wins championships.
There you go.
Right.
I'm gonna get back to any other comments on that. I'm gonna get back to basketball for a second.
Mike Martz, he said Mike Martz stinks. That's why he can't get in there. That's why he ain't coaching now. That's why Bill Belichick. That's why the Patriots won their first Super Bowl.
You have Mike Martz, who was supposed to be a greatest mind. Remember how he said he outsmarted himself, but he had a defensive mind. And all of a sudden, a defensive coordinator and Bill Belichick won his
Bill
first
Belichick rushed 3 guys, dropped back 8, and you got Marshall Faulk, and you still trying to throw the ball. He should never get another job in his life.
You're throwing the ball.
That sounds like Baltimore, don't it?
That first
like Seattle.
I think all the Patriots came out together. The defense came out together, and Tom Brady ran out with the defense. They're like, what the heck is going on with this guy?
All right, listen. Henry, you got up here. So far this season, we have the Aaron Fox scores 60 points, Giannis 59, Victor Wembanyama scores 50. The question to you guys, now my brother got up here, do you guys think this season will someone finally break Wilt Chamberlain 100-point game or Kobe Bryant's 81-point game? Go ahead, Bruce.
No, I don't think so.
No? All right, but the guy scoring the easy points, though.
No, I don't think they'll break it.
All right, go ahead, Don. What do you think?
Even if it looks like they're going to break it, I think the coach will stop them. Just like when Kobe got that 80, he'll still shot him down.
Yeah.
In the end,
did he get it in 3 quarters? Or
yeah.
like that?
He got 81 points in 4 quarters.
Yeah, but Phil still shot him down.
Kobe did a lot of shooting, too.
But no, I don't see it. I don't even see the coach letting them get it these days.
No.
Nah, 81 and 100 stay in there.
But guys are hot. If he's hot, I mean,
that's a lot of points, Jay. I don't think you ever see that again.
All right, go ahead.
They better need him to win if they let him play the game.
Because you got to remember now,
Kobe did.
Toronto was winning the game until Kobe got mad and took over.
Yeah.
It wasn't like Kobe did it because Kobe's just a competitor. And his team wasn't playing the way he wanted them to play. And Kobe said to himself, we was already down by 18 points or something, I think, whatever it was, and Kobe took over. Kobe scored 64 points against Dallas in 3 quarters.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
that was
Bishop.
a 3-quarter.
He definitely got shot down that game.
Bishop, what you think? Can anybody break that record this year? Well,
I really can't say, Jerry, and I'm going to kind of digress from it because honestly, I wasn't even following it. So give me a minute to look at it, and then maybe next week, if you ask the question, I can give you a better perspective.
All right, Pastor, what you think? These guys are scoring some great points.
This scoring great points, but I mean, it's a testament to the lack of defense if you really want to talk about it. I mean, how you scoring 50 and 60 points at a time? Who's actually out there playing defense in this day and age?
Back in the 90s, or I mean, so he scored 63 against Boston. So if you're a great player, you can score points. I mean, so defense.
If you're a great defender, you can stop him from scoring too.
Yeah, but the 3-pointer, if a man get hot from 3-pointer,
I agree.
And it ain't too much if he coming inside the defense. But when you stepping back and they letting you travel and hop, skip that.
Oh my goodness!
Euro step, brookside step, all kind of steps. I mean,
hey,
you got all kinds of steps.
They doing bundle save on the basketball court.
No, I don't think that they're gonna break. It's definitely not 100, but yeah, I don't think they're gonna break it.
All right, Henry,
I'm with Donald. I think the coach will sit him down unless he just I don't know, just out there having fun. I don't think they'll let him go that far.
I think if any player does one of them records this year, it would be Luka, because the coach will let him do what he want out there. It would be Luka Doncic if that happens.
I think it'll be Wembanyama.
I don't think Luka do it just because he got
Kyrie on that team.
If he didn't have Kyrie, I would agree with that. But
you know why? I think Kyrie, if Luka's hot, Kyrie just let him shoot.
Yeah, but Luka's a good scorer, but he's no Kobe Bryant type of scorer.
But
I mean, Henry, and I'm saying Luka's
a good scorer, man.
No, but listen, we're talking about 100 points though. We're talking about 100. Ain't nobody on 100.
If he didn't have Kyrie, Luka definitely capable of doing.
He's not a Kobe Bryant type of scorer.
He don't have to be a Kobe Bryant. He thought
Michael Jordan.
He can shoot.
I've been watching Dallas, and Henry's right. They letting Luka pretty much do what he want to do.
Right.
If he got hot enough, he could do it.
Shoot. That's what
he could do it if he got hot enough.
But you know what? I said Wemby because he shoot a lot of threes. And they ain't gonna win nothing anyway, so it'll be something just to hang the hat on. So if he had it going on, they probably just say, "Keep going, bro. We ain't gonna win. We ain't winning no titles anyway." So
let me go, Larry. I'm gonna comment. Go ahead, Larry.
Now that's not gonna happen. The most somebody get this year may be 70.
About that,
they not gonna just try to set a point, record like that. It's not gonna happen.
See, but Larry, all I want to say, if anybody could have did it, would have been Michael Jordan. Because Michael was a shooter. Michael shot the ball 40 times, 50 times a game, and he was that type of guy that most of the shots went through him.
You think?
And if he couldn't do it,
you think Michael was a better shooter than Luka?
Better scorer.
I'm talking about shooting.
I'm talking about scoring the ball. I'm not talking about you got to be a shooter.
See, but Luka shoots a lot more three. Mike was
Michael led the league in scoring for 10 years.
Yeah, but Mike was a mid-range specialist.
Okay, well,
Luka anywhere.
Let me ask you this: What was Luka's best game compared to Jordan's best game? I remember Jordan scoring 63, 64 in a playoff game against the Celtics.
He scored 69 against Orlando one time.
Okay, and then what was Luka's best score?
I'm not sure. I got to look his up. I got to find what
I don't think he's had more than 50 at any given point in time.
I put Luka
with the 3-point line.
I put Luka more like LeBron James. That he can get you 45 or 50, but Michael and Kobe and Allen Iverson,
they was a
Carmelo, them guys were shooters and scorers. Right. I don't put Luka in that. He can score.
That's why I'm making the comparison, because somebody said earlier that they think Luka could do it. I don't know.
I think Luka could do it.
I don't know.
I'm sure he could do
it. Not 100 points.
Not 100, but
yeah, he could do it now.
And the thing about it is they'll give Luka that green light, which makes it easy.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And he can shoot
that green light, and he get hot.
He can shoot.
I mean, them threes count for twos that Michael was making back in his day.
Yeah, right. Absolutely, them threes. The threes make a big difference, man.
Lucas was some serious.
But he's a Kobe Bryant type of player, though. That's what I'm asking.
He's not like those guys. He got his own style.
He's capable.
Before scoring, he can score, but he's not like Kobe. He's not like Michael.
Okay, you got to be an assassin.
No,
you don't have to.
All you got to do is be a good scorer.
That's right. All you have to do is have a good hot night, really. All you need to do.
I see Lucas step back, man, 5 or 6 times in a row. All in that 3
Yep, because Luka, you can't speed him up.
Right.
You can't speed him up. You know, when he hot, man, he can score.
He's unstoppable, man. When he hot, he's
exactly.
I've seen him throw up some shots, boy. You could just unbelievable that they even fell in.
All right, the final one. I don't want to leave this last topic out, and my brother got up here about the Lakers. Pastor Ward, I'm gonna start with you. How impressed are you with JJ Redick and the rookie they got, Connect? Are you impressed with your team right now?
Listen, I thought Connect was probably one of the best draft choices this year. I was surprised that they let the Lakers get him. It's just what they needed, an outside shooter, man. He's a good shooter, man. He's good, and I think JJ.
The actual question is, should he continue to be in the starting lineup?
Okay.
Yes.
Right now, Rudy's out. He's trying to score.
So.
That's the actual question.
Yes.
I think so, because
gotta believe it.
You know, listen, he's not an 18-year-old come out, man. He's like 23, 24 years old, and he's a big boy, and he can shoot the three, and he got game, and he know he got game. He one of them boys from down Gulf Street, Bruce. He one of them white boys that come down Gulf Street and play. He got game. And he's good. JJ, I think JJ, he's very smart, and he's we always talk about player coaches, but he played the game, and he just stay out the way. I think he's doing a great job.
What do you think, Henry? I'll go to you, Bruce.
I think they should keep him in the starting lineup. He's playing good. Now, if he falls off, then we take him out. But right now he's playing good. I will leave him in. I know Rudy's hurt. When Rudy come back, he ain't doing nothing this year right now anyway.
Ooh. So, go ahead, Bishop.
Yeah, but I thought that they started him over Russell.
No.
They put Cam Reddish in. Cam Reddish is starting over Russell for defense.
Yeah, for defense.
I mean, primarily, I'm going to say this, and this is just a general statement. If you're fitting what needs to be done until you show that you can no longer do it, why change it? I often say, if it ain't broke, why try to fix it? Okay. But bottom line is, let's wait and see what happens. I mean, we're 20 games into the season now, something like that?
15,
16 games. All right,
16,
by about 20, the 25 marker, people are going to start separating, and we're going to start seeing who can do what. Jerry, before you go away, don't forget the football picks. Give you this week's penny.
What you think about the Lakers? That rookie still stay in the starting lineup? Connect.
I wish they would connect. He's only going to get better. He's only going to get better.
I agree.
When he started out, they knew he was a top talent, But now he get a chance to play. The more he plays, the better he'll get, Right. So I said, roll with him.
Right, Bruce.
You need the youth.
Yeah, I remember when JJ Redick first got hired, and everybody said, "No, he don't have no experience." And I was the only one said, "Look, I think it's a great hire, and he's proven that."
Give us a pound, Bruce.
He's proven that he's doing great things with the Lakers. I think Connect should stay in that lineup, because the way they started him off, they didn't put him right in, and JJ brought him along slowly. That's like somebody said. He's getting better as they go. You can see the confidence in him. Yeah. Before he would hesitate a little bit pulling up on the jumper. Now he dribbled right into it. I think it's a great move.
Right. Go ahead, John.
With Redick too. Yeah. Bringing Redick in, another great move.
Right.
Well, I got to give JJ credit. He made 2 good moves. He got rid of Bronny James, sent him down to G League. And he started Connect. I think he's doing a great job.
Well, that's a no-brainer. You start, you get 27 points. You're in there until further notice.
Right.
There you go.
You know what I mean? That's it, man. That's it.
Who said if it ain't broke, don't
fix it?
That's right.
Bishop.
All right, Bishop, let's do our picks before we get out of here, man.
All right, very quickly. Of course, 3 of you Don, Jerry, and Pastor T, y'all missed the Thursday night game. Otherwise, you might have been in the running. Henry finishes tied with myself and Larry with 10 wins.
Oh, wow.
And then the next the next three, or actually the next two, Don and Jerry have 9, and then
I got 11.
You got 10. Hey,
Buffalo,
the
that's what
numbers don't lie. You got 10.
Okay. I take 10.
I'm going to encourage you guys to go tonight. Make your picks, even if you got to alter them before Sunday. Make your picks tonight, because we have one time have all 8 of us. Bob, if he wants to come, 9 of us in at one time. We haven't had that yet. The overall winner, I'll get to you next week on that one. The overall leader, I'll get to you down. I think it's still Don, and he's up there.
Bruce, your Cowboys let me down, man.
You should have never bet on them, brother.
Bruce, your Cowboys
Who got the
let me
best
down,
percentage?
Bruce.
I know you didn't pick finish, bro. Don't bet on them no more.
I ain't learned my lesson yet, Bruce.
Well, I'll tell you, you be all right.
I learned my lesson this week.
I didn't learn my lesson yet. I still try to get them Cowboys some love.
They're terrible. I didn't even watch the game.
You right, Bruce. They're terrible, man.
They're terrible, man.
All right, you guys, but that's
Hey, Bruce, as a matter of fact, I got something for you, Bruce. I'm going to send you a clip from TikTok with this young man. He's a Cowboy fan. It is hilarious.
Yeah,
all right, I think you'll enjoy it.
Hey, Bruce, hey, Bishop, send it to me too. I love a good one.
All right, I mean, this guy is in pure. He don't want to go to work because he know they're going to run him in the ground.
Bruce, did you hear what Herm Edwards said, Bruce? When they asked him why he had the hole in the roof at Jerry, and he said Hank Stram put it there. I mean, what's my man name? Put it there so God, what's the other one's name?
God can watch the game.
No, but Herm Edwards said they put the hole in the roof so that God could watch his team play, America's team. And Herm Edwards said, but God don't want to watch this no more. He said, God don't want to watch this no more.
Hey, Walt, man, it's terrible, man. I couldn't watch it.
All right.
Hey, it's bad when you start praying for the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? You know they bad.
Yeah.
All right, Bishop, it closes out in prayer tonight, Bishop.
All right. For those of you watching by way of Roku TV and the KMI channel, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to tell your friends about KMI, Kingdom Media International, the best podcasting in the state of Connecticut and globally. As we move forward, keep this in mind. God still loves you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. We love you. These gentlemen right here, thank God for each and every one. Dr. Jerry Green, Big Don Productions, my man Bruce Austin, Kendall Tyson, Pastor Walter Teague, Brother Larry, who gracefully took the loss for KC this week. That's quite all right. And, of course, Henry Green. Thank you. I'm Bishop Ernest Richard. Let us go to the Lord. Father, we thank you for this opportunity and chance to be before you. We love you for all that you do. Thank you for this opportunity to gather with these great brothers to talk sports, God. And even in those times when we disagree, God, thank you that lovingly we agree with one another. We're still brothers. Let us move forward. And as we leave this particular podcast, but never your presence, go with us, stand by us, lead us, guide us, guard us, govern us, protect us, and correct us. Keep us on the path called straight and narrow, that will continue to glorify your name. Now unto him who's able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we could ask or think, to the only wise God be glory, majesty, dominion, and power, both now, henceforth, and forevermore. And the great men of God said amen.
Amen.
And amen.
That's the closer right there, man.
All right, you guys. Hopefully some of y'all available on Friday night so we can go do it again Friday. All right. God bless.
Talk later.
All right.
Yes, sir. Great show, fellas.
Okay.